Guys, I'm tired. But that's okay, because I got a vlog. So, turn the key. Vroom. Smurf is at 80,000 miles now. Isn't that nuts? You're so good to me. Please stay good to me. What is up, guys? David here for another Vlogaday vlog, and I hope that every single one of you is having a wonderful day. And today we're gonna talk about life and stuff and travel. Yes, traveling. If you don't do it, I am here to tell you, as this super classy travel salesman that's not really trying to sell you something but encourage something, that you should travel often. Of course, we're car people. We love to travel, we love to drive, we love to do fun things that requires vehicles. But a lot of people I know, they might be car people or something along those lines, but they never leave their hometown. They never go do stuff. Even if they have the funds to do it, they're just lazy and they don't go do it. Guys, I picked the wrong time to vlog. Every direction that I go, the sun is in my face. Hold on. Can you click? There. Problem solved. I mean, it's pretty nuts how I've met a few people in my life that have lived somewhere their entire life and never left. A pure example of this is when I did something called Rally North America. You might remember I made a 50-minute video called Rally North America, and it was basically a movie. But it was my first ever big road rally. Matt Farah was on it, a few other people were on it. It was a great time. But the town we started in, Martinsburg, West Virginia, people I met there had never left their small little town. So I'm mostly gonna be talking about my previous trip to Hawaii I just completed not too long ago and how it, affected my life. What do you think about this car scene in Hawaii?
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's ugly.
It's ugly?
And it's slammed.
Yeah, it's a lot of slammed. Including our friend in front of us. The world is a very big place, but the more people you meet, the smaller it gets. So I'm gonna use a really funny example. I didn't have my camera on me at the time. So what had happened was I was at the mall with my friends Will and Danny, who I was staying with out in Hawaii. Will is a super awesome guy, I've known him forever. So with him working out there, I was able to have a place to stay. And I was very fortunate. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go to WECFest, let's have a great time. Let me try and find Hawaii's car scene and all that good stuff. But on one down day, when we were just relaxing, we went to the mall. And they had this huge outdoor mall. I can't remember the name of it, but locals of Oahu, you'll know what it is. But first of all, shout out to the people who said hi to me in the food court. But second, the one thing I will always remember now about that mall was the Chinese New Year was going on in Hawaii, and we could not escape these dragons. What do you think about the Chinese New Year?
It's very exciting!
It's loud! We can't escape this. So we tried to go to a different floor. It didn't work. So I just want to say that the dragons have been harassing every store in this mall, and Louis Vuitton got so pissed that they closed their doors. What does that tell you about their company? I've never wanted to go into a Forever 21 until now. David Patterson walked into a Forever 21 willingly to try and escape some dragons. It didn't work. So you're probably saying, David, okay, that's a funny-ish kind of story, whatever. You ran into some charity funds for the Chinese New Year. Cool. That was in Hawaii. Well, fast forward, where myself, Rob Dom, and Rob Ferretti recently finished up this road trip in Florida, which you guys are gonna love these videos. It's the beater car challenge that Ferretti did years ago, very Top Gear-esque, and you know, we screw around with each other's cars. So watch out for those videos, they'll be out in April. The very first stop we had was in St. Augustine, Florida, and we had a miniature subscriber meet. We hung out right near the old Spanish fort, and I met a bunch of you guys, and you all were so cool. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
But me, Ferretti, and Dom were like, okay, we're hungry, we need to go get some dinner, it's late. And then everybody else was like, can we come? And me and Dom and Ferretti look at each other and we go, sure, why not? And so we had like 20 plus people show up at this restaurant. So we're sitting down, and there's one guy, I'm so sorry I forgot your name, but you were super cool, and you're like, yeah, I'm from Hawaii, I used to live there, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, dude, how about them Chinese New Year? And he knew exactly what I was talking about. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have had that connection with this random person unless I went through that and traveled somewhere else. You come to realize that traveling is so powerful because it helps change who you are and your perspective sometimes, because going somewhere different than you're not used to can completely change your perspective on things. Like, I think the biggest impact I had was when I went to Geneva. Going to Geneva was such a big step because I had never left the United States ever, and meeting so many different foreigners in one place was so cool. You know, I met Alex from Car Throttle and Sebastian Delaney, and then, you know, I was with Dr. M3 the whole time and all that good stuff. I got to see the different perspectives of the car world and the car culture in a completely different mindset. You know, and then I go over there and I tell those people that, you know, 600 horsepower Hondas exist. That's a thing that people do in America, and they're just like, no way. There's no way that's a real thing. And you're like, way, it's a real thing, bruh. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think, even if you do a 2-hour road trip somewhere, the people there are gonna have a little bit of a different mindset than you do in your hometown. I mean, my sister recently just got married, and I had to take a very quick road trip to Charleston, South Carolina. No, I didn't film anything there. I went to relax with my family and some friends, and you know, Charleston was always one of those places that everybody talked about. They're like, Charleston is great. David, you're gonna love it. You're a big history buff. It's gonna blow your mind. And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm sure it's just like an old town, whatever. Because I'm used to Jamestown and Williamsburg in Virginia. Virginia has a ton of history. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know the drill. I was wrong. I got to Charleston and I went for like one of the longest walks of my life and just explored the city. And I ran into a 911 Turbo, a BMW i8, a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, you know, just in the span of like an hour. And I'm like, okay, so we got some history, we got some car stuff. And then, you know, at night I went to a local car meet under a bridge, and then the next morning I went to the Cars and Coffee in Mount Pleasant. And I met a ton of you guys there too. Once again, traveling was awesome because I went somewhere that was foreign to me and I still met some amazing people. Going back to Hawaii really quick though, Hawaii's mindset is something we should all learn from. It's so different here where we're from, because if somebody cuts us off, we think, dude, you're evil. Don't ever enter my life again. But in Hawaii, it was so chill. Every single person in Hawaii I met was nice, except one. And I'm not gonna say any names, but put it this way, guy who said this to me, I know you don't give two craps about me, but it was rude. It was really rude of you. So I went to one other car meet in Hawaii, and I was just meeting new people, and I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I go to shake his hand, and he goes, I'm not gonna shake that. I go, what? Why? And he goes, because I don't know where that's been. I'm like, how do you treat people like that? But other than that, Hawaii, you're awesome. People are awesome. So once again, these vlogs are not all about me, they're also about you. And these are to start discussions about life and how to make it better for all of us, because that's what we are. We're just a nice, lovely community. Okay, so question of the day is, where is your favorite place you have ever traveled, and did you learn anything about yourself traveling to that place? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this quick little vloggy vlog, and I hope that every single one of you has a fantastic day.